Howdy! Here is Boba Fett from the Star Wars Transformers crossover. He is, appropriately enough, a Slave 1 ship. As always, the alt mode looks great. The proportions are right on, and there are hardly any mech extras visible whatsoever. Both the mould and paint detailing are good, especially with the worn, muddy paint apps and the panel lines on the main body. The guns rotate in their respective axes, and a minifigure can be placed inside the cockpit, though he stands up rather than sits down. However, though not as bad as Palpatine, it's pretty unstable in some areas. The top piece doesn't lock into place. The middle section wobbles slightly, and the arms fold out of place pretty easily. On my copy, the cockpit window hinge is nearly broken after opening and closing it several times. Occasionally the window itself pops out, which can get rather annoying. Other than that, another great alt mode. The transformation overall is fairly simple. The top piece folds away nicely into the back to reduce the kibble. However, on my figure, the shoulder joints and arms can sometimes fall off. Though judging from other reviews I've read, I'm not the only one who has this problem. Flip its gun up. Turn this round, pull its legs down and apart. And that's him done. Boba Fett's mech mode, like a fair number of Transformers I have, suffers from what I call the half good, half bad syndrome. In this case, the top half is pretty good. The proportions there are fine, although his elbow design is a little weird. His paint and mould detailing are nice, and his head sculpt is spot on movie accurate. The gun on Boba Fett's back can fire a missile, like so, but cannot be removed, and thus always faces upwards. However, the tail guns in vehicle mode become small pistols in mech mode, which is pretty cool. Articulation on the top half is also decent. He can move at the head, shoulders and elbows. The design of the legs and waist, however, is simply ridiculous, regardless of whether or not it was the only way they could be formed. They look skinny from the front, fat from the side, and they're also positioned far too close together. He can move at the knees and the feet a bit, but it's kind of pointless since his waist doesn't turn much, and the legs would pop off if you tried to. At least the detailing on them is good. In conclusion, the leg design and the issue regarding the window hinge make Boba Fett one of the weakest Star Wars Transformers overall. So there's not much to recommend unless you're collecting all the figures from the line, or just a big fan of the character. In vehicle mode it makes a nice display piece, but so would a regular Slave 1 model. That's all for now. I'm going to do a video on Blackout's reverse transformation next, but until then, may the Force be with you.